Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Never have truer words been spoken. Indeed, never indeed have truer words been spoken. This message is vital to the future of you all. Oh man, I just made a mistake. There you go. Never mind. Let me fix that. That was not good. That was not good. Okay. Ow. Never mind. It'll grow back. No problem. Good evening, good morning. It's crazy here, man. We are. Where are we in life? I'll tell you exactly where we are in life right now. We're in that bit in Star Trek 4. Star Trek 4. I'm liking Star Trek right now. Star Trek 4. I mean, not the current Star Trek, obviously. I'd rather have my fish shoved up my ass and watch that garbage, which is weird because I watch it voluntarily, and I wouldn't voluntarily have a fish shoved up my ass. So maybe that scale was wrong. Anyway, I digress. You may notice I am using a different sweetener. Why am I using a different sweetener today? Why am I using sweetener at all? I'm using sweetener because I'm a pussy. That's essentially why. But why am I using different sweetener? This is kosher peso sweetener. We are in the Passover zone, right? Where are we now? We're in that bit in Star Trek 4, right? Star Trek 4. They're in the bird of prey. They're about to do the sling. They're in the middle of the slingshot around the sun. You know, the Sulu starts off quite calmly. You know, whoop, 9.9. Yeah, 5.4. I don't what they have to get up to time travel, right? It's like, and everything's like cool. 9 point. What was it? 4 point. No, it's like 7.2. 7.8, and it's like starts shaking. 9.9, and just before it goes white, and you get the wheel. Yeah, that weird CGI sequence, right? Just before that, we're like that. We're going. That's where we are. We're in the Passover zone, baby. It's getting crazy. Okay, so we're on the mopping up right now, right? The mopping up. We the house is essentially kosher for Passover. That's a big deal, mate. Big deal. You have no idea. I have, like, it looks a little bit like a radiation shelter right now. It looks like we're surviving the apocalypse. We have, like, corners of the house that are packed up with, like, food and pots and pans and stuff. Because you've got to get rid of all that stuff. All that stuff gets sold. It's a bit of a cheat, really. But everybody does it. Essentially, you sell everything that you, that is... I mean, you try and get rid of as much as you can, but you sell everything that is chametz, right? It's got to have. How do you know it's Jewy? It's got in it, right? Right? You've got to get rid of chametz. Chametz. Say it with me, kids. Chametz. Okay, what's chametz? Chametz is leavened. Anything with any like grain in it, right? And anything that's cooked, anything with grain in it, anything that had a plate that had it on, a knife that cut it, a fork, all that stuff. It's got to go. It's got to go, right? It's gone. It's got to go. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. Got to get rid of all, and you got to get your special kosher peso stuff, and you got to clean everything, right? Clean everything. It's like the Pope's coming. Although, incredible revelation this year. So we've had. I think the place to make kosher the first is the kitchen. Because the kitchen is the generator of the chametz. Oh, see, I'm in a paper cup. Yeah, this is it. I'm roughing it. We're in the Passover zone. This is me roughing it. I told you I was a pussy. Anyway. Man, that's sweet. That sweetness is very sweet. Anyway, I digress. This year, our countertops in the kitchen, we got a lot of countertops. We got this big island. Man, where they put the granite in for that. It's all granite. Oh man, it's a huge piece. So it looks gorgeous, right? We had this. Look, it's proof that God moves in mysterious ways, right? We had this leak that was like we didn't know about under our house, right? Under our. And the kitchen needed to be replaced. It was a big insurance claim, and the insurance was like, yeah, sure. And we bunged some money in as well. And man, do we have a nice kitchen. Oh, man, that was like a gift from heaven. It really was. It's a really gorgeous kitchen. So anyway, but we got this granite countertop. So we So normally, if you don't grind it, you got to cover them over with foil, and then we cover them with linoleum, right? It's like it looked like foil. Everything used to be. Anyway. So now we had the thing with the granite ones, but you've got the way to make them kosher. You've got to clean them off, right? Clean them properly, and then you've got to get a kettle as it's boiling and pour it over them, right? You've got this called HaGeffen, right? Crazy. And it's like, water goes everywhere. You often burn yourself. It's a pain in the bloody ass, right? This year, oh my God, somebody has a steamer. That's the greatest thing ever. You don't go, does the same thing. It's incredible. Oh, got it done in a quarter of the time. It's so easy. Oh, anyway, so the house has been, essentially, it's been made to make a kosher Passover. My wife is going around like mopping up now. It's got getting the last remnants, right? So then tonight, after this stream, right, I got to do this thing. Let me install the app on my phone. Right, I got to do this thing. We got to do search for the chametz. Right, what is search for the chametz? I talked about it last night. Is this it? I think this is it. There you go. Loading. I should. I'm always scared when they remove these from my phone. Oh, that's still there. I'm always scared it's still in the library. There you go. No chametz. So there you go. It's great left. So what you're supposed to do is go around with a candle and a feather and a spoon, and you scoop up all the bits you find. So the idea is that if you go around with a candle, right, it's everything's a metaphor for going around your own soul, right? Everything to examine yourself. If you look at yourself, you go, me, I'm a mess. There's so much wrong. There's so much I can do. But if you don't look at it, you just look at a tiny little patch, right? Everything's doable. And so that's what it is. You search yourself like with a can. Now we make it a little bit ceremonial. We have 10 pieces of chametz, right? A little bit of bread wrapped up in foil, hermetically sealed in foil, and then everything is at waist height. I'm not bending or stretching. Leave me alone. Right, and I used to go with the kids, search for the chametz, search for that, and they all pissing around, right? And we still do it, right? We still do it. But so I have an app that does it now. So as you look through the camera and you've got the little light comes on, you turn the lights off, tells you the blessing. You got to say, look for the chametz, and you gather up the chametz, right? You gather up your 10 pieces of chametz, and I sent my wife a message, and then the next day. By like 10 in the morning or so, everybody goes and burns them, right? Everybody makes these little bonfires and goes and burns them together, right? You got to burn the chametz, and you say anything I got left, forget it. If I find it, I'm throwing it away, right? It's like dust in the wind to me, baby. That's exactly what you say. It's like dirt and dust to me now. I couldn't care less about anything left. So that's why you sell your expensive whiskey beforehand, right? But the sell is one that if the guy if the guy comes and picks it up from you, he's got to pay you like $1 million or so. So it's like that crazy. So whatever. And the guy doesn't do it. So I don't know. Listen. If we can find a loophole, we'll find a loophole. We like our loopholes. Anyway, so that's what happens. But anyway, it's crazy time here. Crazy time, mate. We are in the Pacer zone. We're in the Pacer zone, and it's getting crazy. Man, I got some crazy content coming up. Let me show you what I got coming up. The reason I'm into Star Trek, by the way, I started watching Star Trek, the motion picture 4K. Freaking awesome. Oh, my God. Awesome beyond awesome. Firstly, I don't really watch many 4K things. Like I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player. I got to download a file, and I figure not that one. Where is it? There you go. I think that's not the slide I wanted. There you go. This is the one. So it's just so I don't really watch much 4K. This transfer is awesome. This thing is transformed. Firstly, weird. I don't know again if this is from. I have a subscription. Was it Paramount Plus for their pieces of shit Star Trek that I review, and I'm like, fine, I'm taking this then. Leave me alone. It's mine. All right, it's mine now. This is my Star Trek motion picture now. What? No, this belongs to me now. I've just shaken down Paramount. I'm off. I have a subscription. Leave me alone. Anyway, the transfer is so good. It's so good. It's incredible. Like again, I don't really watch much stuff in like HHD. Like I know 720, 1080. That's my speed, baby. This is crazy. They must have like redone the special effects in digitally, but they painted it over and made it look identical. I don't know how they've upscaled it. It looks fabulous, right? Absolutely fabulous. It's just sumptuous, and like Mark Leonard's Klingon at the beginning is awesome. Like you get to see, you really get to see more levels of his performance because you can see it so incredibly well. And again, the effects work is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous beyond gorgeous. The big problem with Star Trek: The Motion Picture is they called it Star Trek: The Motion Picture. See, back then there was a big gulf between TV and movie, right? One was low class, one was high class, right? When you're a movie, it's a high class thing. When you're a TV, it's like a piece of shit, low class, right? This is stepping it up to another level, and they wanted to be a serious movie, and they got rid of the fun, right? Because it had to be a serious thing, and they were also serious about being in a serious movie, being serious because it's a motion picture. Being serious in a serious movie, in the serious, being very, very serious. They did crack a few gags, right? Also, they were it was a bit too recent after Star Trek. It was like 10 years after Star Trek. So it was too recent to have them all be old, right? It was like Star Trek 2, it was like 20 years after already. It was like somehow, I don't know, like 5 years later, it was 2 years, it was like 20 years later, right? I guess it went from 15 to 20, something like that. Yeah, it was, then it was totally okay. And it kind of worked, but they found the rhythm. But anyway, the transfer is, so good. So much so, I was curious how they're going to do this. There's this thing that I always thought was a mistake, like an error. And it might be an error. In effect, when that Federation's space station is being eaten up by Vija. Again, the effects are just breath freaking taking. They're absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so at the thing, there's this great shot with a little guy in a space going, like running, help, like coming behind, and right at the end of the shot, you kind of see him fall off the track he was clearly running on, going, like you think, like do that right at the end. So they do it. They do that still, but it's more like his suit was falling because he was being sucked into the electric. Like, that sort of thing. It's so good. It's so good. It's a strong recommend, right? Another recommend I got. I've enjoyed it, and I'm surprised. I'm so happy it is, right? Because I was not liking it, and then I grew to like it. It won me over, right? It totally won me over. Doctor of the Outlaws. Now, I would say friend of the channel, Stephen Noonan, and I am biased, right? I am totally biased because he was so nice. He's such a gentleman, and really dealt with me being a dick very well, if I may say so, right? And I can be a bit of a dick. I do understand. And may I say, if I've been a dick to you, I apologize. Well, maybe I probably apologize, right? I probably apologize. Maybe I probably, but a couple of people I wouldn't apologize. Anyway, but most of you would. But I don't mean to be a dick all the time. Please get in contact. Me get in contact like Mr. Noonan did. So I've listened to the first story, the 4-parter by Elizabeth Miles, and that's my problem. I was really thinking I wasn't going to like it because, she was hiding in the era of Big Finish where they were hiring people. There was a drive to be I'm going to say from both directions, right? They had a drive to be more inclusive. Or they went woke. Okay, you can say it from both directions, right? Either way, I think it didn't really work out because when you recruit from a smaller pool, the quality will only ever go down. It's just the way there's no way, of avoiding that. When you recruit from a small pool, your quality goes down, right? And that's the era she came in on. And I don't remember her being great. I think she did one of the Time of Tourist ones, and it was like, something new writers really need to be told is don't do political analogies or don't vent your spleen about what's bothering you, right? No, write a good story, right? Come up, write a good story first, right? That is the before, and you know why? Because it's you so want to vent your spleen. No, learn your craft, and that's why. And I think a real problem with what we're calling the woke era, right? What I'm calling the woke era is the you would have these new writers come in, because they were receiving preferential treatment, which we all agree to, right? We all agree is factual, right? Yes, yeah, I don't think it was a good idea. You do, but anyway. Yeah, that's what they came. But when they came in, well, and there was somebody of a, shall we say, a more protected class, more protected status. I think there'll be an urge not to edit them, right? Not to I really think that Vinny Patel, I think if somebody told him, look, Vinny, you're not telling the story of the partition. You're telling about you being pissed off about it and how much you hate white men, right? Because of it. Like you're saying you're a dictator. I don't know anything about partition. Tell me you got to take it that you've got to assume he doesn't know anything. The person you're talking about to doesn't know a thing, right? That's what you got to assume. And if you can't, right, it's then your story's not working. I think if he got his balls kicked a few times, he got it ripped apart more, right? You would have got a better story and a better writer, right? But I think writers had to protect the status. So again, the quality really wasn't great. So let's pull up Big Finish's their website. Let's have a shifty over Elizabeth Miles, see what she's done. Because this is a solid story that won me over, right? I didn't expect to like it. It is a flawless, I would say absolute flawless recreation of the era. Stephen Noonan's performance is not like Hartnell. It's not an impersonation, right? Much more up north, I would say, than Hartnell. But it's interesting, because we've had several Hartnells at this point, right? We've had Richard Hundell, which I don't think was I think he was just looked the part, really, and he didn't really get over much of Hartnell. Hartnell had a really lovely, beautifully layered performance, right? He went from, whimsy to strength to naughty, to moral crusader to bravery, and he had all these things going on inside him. You got the feeling he was a complex being. So absolutely wonderful performance, right? It really was a wonderful part for him as well. He loved it. You could see how much he loved it, right? So when you get I would say pucker actors, like Dave Bradley, or actors that have a very close connection, like what's his name? Stephen Taylor, Crofts. What's his name? Peter Purvis, right? Or William Russell, right? Do a performance. Oh, even Jackie, not Jackie, Carol Ann Ford. But I would say Stephen, Peter Purvis and William Russell. They were William Russell, I think, is retired now, right? But they were two real proto Hartnells. So we had a few Hartnells. Now with Peter Purvis and William Russell, you can see him. You can see their impressions of Bill Hartnell's performance from them firsthand, right? So it's like a memory, right? That's why I think Fraser Hines Patrick Troughton is so perfect, right? So absolutely perfect, so spot on, because he loved Patrick Troughton and he knows him, right? And he knows that performance. It's just perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. But but interesting performances. So then you get like a Dave Bradley, which he was playing more. You can see he was maybe playing more Hartnell playing Doctor Who, right? And you can see only in those few scenes. The audios he's done is that it's I think it's close to William Russell. So this one, Steve Noonan, is more accurate, I would say, than any of them. Accurate to his performance without sounding like him, right? I think he sound. I think Dave Bradley might sound slightly more like him, right? That's my impression. I don't know. I think yeah, but it's a different performance. Let's pull it up, right? Doink. Yeah. So what we're going to look up. So I was very skittish about Elizabeth. I was looking at what Elizabeth Miles has done, right? Yeah, I was very skittish about it because again, she came in on I think a rather weak batch of writers, right? Very much leaning on their gender and their worldview, right? As storytelling things start, and I think it was just a bit of a crutch. So let's take the Grey Man of the Mountain. That was actually a reasonably good story that completely fell apart at the end, right? And my fear is I just don't think she got managed strongly. The end, everything else was really rather good, but it just meandered and like fell flat. And it was they had a female character in it who felt like they're making a point, but I can't remember what it was, and I didn't really care. Right? So there we go. So what did she do this was by far the best River Song one, right? Elizabeth Miles. Listen, solid Pertwee. All right, she did a solid Pertwee story. Bloodwoods, yeah, that was actually pretty darn good. Okay, so Babe of the Butcher, that was awful. Okay, let's see which one you did there. Butcher's Wife, best of the three, by far. Least woke. Okay, you're stepping up. So then the next thing you did, listen, Survivor's not getting to 8th of March, I can't hold against you. Okay, so this is the next thing. So this was solid. This was a solid late Hartnell adventure, right? So why are they recasting him, right? That's the question. Why are they recasting him? Oh, here, you know what? Let me invite a couple of people on. Yeah, actually, before we get into all this, let me invite someone. There we go. Let me take this. So I'll go stop screen. Go to the Facey books, and then we'll get to the gem. I just saw my thumbnail. You're welcome. I'll pull that up. Wait. I'll pull that up. I should have looked up who she was. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Before I get to the chat, there's something crazy I got to show you. While I was looking up things for thumbnails, right? So for the THASMANIA one, a couple of days ago I searched what was it? Lesbian parody, the lesbian Doctor Who porn parody, right? That I searched that. Amazingly, I came up with this. Now, I've neutered this to make it PG-13, and I found it a little bit disturbing. But a bit of Barbara Wright with a shirt open. I don't know. I just thought that. Now, I blocked it off. I'm the one who made this, appropriate for the modest gaze. But it's a good likeness of her, though. It clearly knows the character, right? Knows the character and knows how to draw. Yeah. Again, I think it was a bit cruel to Wendy Padbury here, though. But a little bit generous to Clara, if I may say so. Also to Leela. But of course, Just right. I mean, you see, a lot of work's gone into that. That's quite bizarre, right? I just think that's a bit weird. But okay, people are strange. What can I tell you? A lot of work into this too, I guess. So I should have looked up who this model was. She's perfect for Mandip Gill. Perfect skin color, right? Totally matches. Man, it's always a pain. But yeah. I know Mandip doesn't look that good. I understand that. In my fantasy reality, she does. And I just always love, and I may pat myself on the back, whenever I get Jodie in something lingerie-esque, or I always go for not big boobs with a rainbow motif, right? I'm more accurate to Jodie than the costume designer for Legend of the Sea Devil. It'll be done in the best possible taste. Now, I'm sure many of you out there remember that. So, one second. So, while I got this out, while I whip this out here, let me just invite somebody over. We'll go doink. Streaming now. Wanna join? Doink. Boom. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Indestructible Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. Captain Scarlet is indestructible. You are not. Remember this. And do not try to emulate him. So the other big news of the day, by the way, while we are in Passover Frenzy, which is where we are, is my son, Harry. Apparently, he's been... Now, I wasn't allowed to say this, but I guess the cat's out the bag now. Has been courting a young lady, right? And none of our kids has ever brought anybody home to meet us for some strange reason. So he was very shy that he's such a good boy. He's such a cute kid, this kid. Oh, man. Good-looking boy, too. Anyway, so everything he said about her sounds very, very good. We do like her. So there... we needed to come home and do some stuff for, like, we got to blow. I'm not joking. We got to blowtorch the barbecue for Passover because that's normal. And then he said, "Yeah, I'll go, but can I bring my girlfriend with me?" We're like, "Yes, absolutely." Here, 1 second. Let me just send my wife a voice message. Okay, that's just my son. One second, where's my wife? I got to write it out. If I do a voice thing, she'll be mad at me. When I got to say it though as I do it. Our son and heir comes home with his lady love. Okay. Make sure I meet her. And I'm saying meet instead of ogle, which is really, the word is ogle. I want to say it. I just want to see how well he's doing. Okay. That's where I am in life. Okay. That's just where I am. There you go. Doink. Which might be why. The kids have ever bought anyone home. Everybody does like religious dating because we're all religious. Like, he's super funny. I bet he's a really good boyfriend as well because he's super sweet. He is. He's just such a good boy. He really is. If you could make honey into a little boy, that's what he was like when he was little, right? He really was. He has always been very, very sweet. Anyway, let's get to the chat. Darren M is here. Greetings and facilitation. How you doing, my good sir? Epsilon underscore. Hello, everybody. Hello, Epsilon underscore. I'm not gonna lie. What are you gonna say? If Jodie was built like that, she might have some ratings. Epic fail. Really hot weekend. This is gonna be like a really hot 4-day holiday weekend. Not in lockdown. You've probably got a new one coming. Enjoy it while you can. Everybody get out. Nobody bother watching TV. You reckon anybody's gonna catch up? No one is, baby. No one is. We're looking. If I could only get the overnight. The live score. Oh, please. Please, Tom. Tommy Spilbury, spill the beans one more time. You can do it. You can do it. Let us know what the live score is so we can show the incredible jump, how well they do in catch up. Right? That's what you wanted to show them. Let us see, mate. Let us see. Hello, Epsilon Score. How you doing? The Sunred is here. Why does Rabbi keep making Jodie Whittaker sexy? Because I think they'll hate it, right? They hate the male gaze, right? They absolutely hate it. I think they would absolutely be disgusted at it. And I say, Stephen Noonan, can we get you cosplaying already? What's up with this, right? Get a white wig on. Get in a Hartnell costume. We want to see it, right? We want to see more. Flawless recreation of a very different take on Hartnell's performance. But again, give me a minute. Let's get to the chat. Then I'll get to that. Disney's War on Decency. Yeah, listen, and also I'm going for the THASMANIA story because everyone's talking about it, and it gave me the opportunity to do like a scantily clad Yasmin, right? You know, I gotta get my laugh somewhere, right? I gotta get my laugh somewhere. If my son comes down with his girlfriend, I got to change slide. Just remember that, okay? I got to change slide. So yeah, so here we talk about the Bible story. Oh, hello, how are you? So that sort of thing, right? Yeah, and then the reason for the Passover sacrifice to land. Hey, my son's here. Man, I just got really Jewy. It's like a weird Jew. Like, oh, it's a form of. I love you. I'm back in. Anyway, Disaster is here. So is my son. This one is Disaster. I think he's doing quite well for himself because my first thing I did was my wife was zoomed onto Facebook to cyber stalk her. And look pretty cute, and she's a makeup artist, so you know she knows how to dress up, and she knows how, and she won't go outside without putting her face on. So doing, yeah, okay, I think that this is all good news, right? All good news, as I can say. There we go. Let's go through the chat. See what we've got. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Gareth Morgan is here. Matthew Pounder. X-Man 577 is here. I like X-Man 577. 576. Bit of a wanker. 577. He's ace. If I may say so. Matthew Burrows here. I love the motion picture. You gotta see the 4K. Oh my god. So the only thing I had to stop watching after 40 minutes, right? But I got a good way in. I'm going to finish it tonight, right? I also got what's the name? Moon Knight, which I think I'm going to do a review of episodes 1 to 3, right? I got also got that to watch. But yeah, so the only problem was my TV was like playing it at 1.2 speed. I was like, what the hell? Is it the way it's interpreting the file? To re-encode it at like a different frame rate? What the hell? What do I have to do? I can't work it out, and I can never work out where they hide the setting for the the true motion, that piece of shit hardware they put in, the software they put in there, which I had turned off. Right, I had totally turned off. It must have turned it back on with it being an HD file or an update or something. Piece of shit. So now I finally found the setting. And it plays like normally. Kirkensburg, a.k.a. proper Star Trek. Yes, exactly. Right, absolutely exactly. So the funny thing is about it, though, right? The funny thing is how much it's like Galaxy Quest, right? How much it's like Spock is still a very strange alien from a bizarre world, right? It's very much that. But looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. And again, Mark Leonard's Klingon at the beginning, freaking steals the show. Awesome beyond awesome, right? But yeah, they're very up their own asses about making a motion picture, right? But by the time they got into Star Trek 2, they realized they were in the 80s and it all calmed down. Plot twist: Vulcan changed sex for an apparent reason. Oh no, it's Time Lord. No, Vulcans too. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I mean, really, who gives a shit? Like, look, Alex is here. How you doing, sir? Doctor, I would like to hear your take on Steve Newman's Doctor Who. I would kind of like to hear him do read your season. Read some of your fiction. I like to hear him read like a chapter of season 12 or 13. Right? It's a very clever performance he gives. Right? It's a very good performance. Hi, Rabbi. I bought Out of Time 1 and 2. Out of curiosity, after seeing the animation, is Out of Time 1 and 2 good? Yes! Out of Time 1 is much better. I wish it was a 2-disc story. It deserved to be a 2-disc story. It deserved to be a 3-disc story, actually. But it was a solid story. It just whipped by too quickly for me. It was too light and frothy. It was too throwaway, which was a real problem. Number 2, that was the one in the Catacombs of Paris. It was okay. It wasn't as magical. It was kind of okay, right? Good, solid stories, right? I'll say The Outlaws was better, right? The story I just listened to was totally better than Out of Time 2. David Radley with House Run by Moffat's writing it badly. Comedically, I would say. Comedically. And then, but when you got into him doing it in Big Finish, he was pretty good. But yeah, the reason they brought him in, the reason they're doing a new First Doctor is because basically sales went down with Dave Bradley, right? So the sales crowd, and they're saying like, people like a new thing. That's what it is. People just like new things. No, what it was, the quality of those stories really went down. They really got very, very bad. That here, let me. There we go. Let me go. Where is this? Back to Big Finish. Go. So she'll come back. She'll come back. We'll bring her back. Don't worry. Oh, doink. We go. Oh, there I am. And now go share screen. Doink. Doink. Oh man, you got to see my video about Redacted tomorrow. I really went off on a bender about that for a long time. Got it. Yeah, we're looking at the First Doctor Adventures, and then we'll come back and look at the First Doctor Collection. Recent first. No, refined. No, available. No. Refined by format. No. What's the range? Oh, out now. Coming soon. Sort by. Recent first. Oh, that was really annoying. What? That really was a lot. Oh yeah, he is right. Let's go through them. The Dave Bradley ones. So volume 1, I found. Yeah, look, volume 1 I found pretty good. I like both stories in it. I found the need for a new master baffling. Like Jesse, like who can't like just have any other master? Why another? It seemed no point whatsoever. Second one also was good. The Last of the Romanovs, I believe, was a good one in that one. Look, hang on. What was the story of that one? The Adventure of Death was a weird sci-fi one. Barbarians and the Samurai, don't even remember that at all. But it seemed a pretty both of them seemed good in character, very genuine to the era, right? Then the third one was, I don't remember Caroline Ford was in that. The Plovicians. This was a bit of a weird one. In ancient the Plovician civilization command blah 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 blah. Yeah, this was two kind of forgettable ones, right? It was the TikTok world was better, as I recall, right? Again, quality by the third one was still very good, right? So when did it go off the rails? Because it was like. This one was less successful, right? This one was Return to Skaro was a Power of the Daleks again with Hartnell, and Last of the Romanovs was a solid historical, right? I like Last of the Romanovs, right? But even Volume 4, that was good too. So Volume 5 was shit, as I recall. Volume 5 was just really bad. The Glory of Earth was annoying, and the Hollow Crown was also annoying, right? Yeah. So this was just shit, right? And I'm not surprised yourself, so that was less because it wasn't very bad, right? But by this time you fucked off most of your customers, right? You really pissed off a lot. Like, when was this by? 21 April 21. That's by the time you pissed off a lot of your customers, right? With Stranded. And you did. You pissed off a lot of your customers with Stranded. So like having a bit of a relaunch all round is a good thing, right? Is a good thing. So 1 second. Let's get back to the chat. I was getting close to catching up. Man of Action, is it? Action man. Do you have eagle eyes? Running sneaky trailer for season 14 now. I really want to try and work on that logo again. If I have more time, mate. What says Soda Rangers? Rabbi about to lose his channel. Why? What happened? What did I say? Oh right. Jodie Whittaker is a Doctor Who parody. Okay, this one made the Rabbi happy. Yes, she was. But yeah, what? Like what? I don't get. Like the Barbara one was weird. Like, Barbara is like, I don't know. You got to be into really kinky stuff to be into Barbara, okay? That's what I reckon. You got to be into being told what to do, right? And that's what I think is happening about Barbara. Hello, Zoe. What you know? I got back from a Bible show. Yeah. Okay. Blazing Saddles, Rev. I don't know what I said, but okay. So the arrival. Exactly. Page 5, Doctor Who. Imagine the rabbis came in. Yeah, no, I had my finger on to click it off. Don't worry. I was prepared. Lonnie is here. How you doing? Rabbi, big recommend from the next movie, Nobody Free on 8. Okay, Nobody. I've listened. I watched that already. I was actually kind of disappointed in that. I have to tell you, everybody loved it. I watched it. And the point was he wasn't a nobody. I would make it much more interesting if he was a nobody. But the point was he wasn't a nobody. Rob McCord is here. How you doing? McLeod! There can be only one. I like a bit of Highlander. He could read the first episode in season 4 and season 12. Would be interesting. He again really layered performance. I did like the performance. Weird, right? It took a while to get used to. I miss 80s Who on Big Finish. Sort it out exactly, man. 80s Who. Let me have a look for a second. Look at the episode guide. Doctor Who episode guide. I hadn't realized what an incredible run of stories season 19 had, right? I was looking through my what was it? List of I was looking at my Doctor Who stories to watch the other night. I said this on a video, right? And I started looking at the night. 4 to Doomsday, Kinder, Visitation, Black Orchid, Earthshock. Man, that is a great run. Castrovalva isn't bad if you like a bit of gay masturbatory fantasy and getting really high in the end of episode 3, right? Both those things are recommended, even though you shouldn't do drugs. Don't do drugs. But if you are going to do drugs, you should watch all of these stories because they are very good with drugs. Not that you should do drugs, especially Kinder. Don't do drugs, kid. Kinder is awesome on drugs, but don't do drugs, okay? Don't do drugs. Kinder is awesome on drugs. Yes, that's true, but don't do drugs. As is a Visitation, as is 4 to Doomsday, as is Kinder, as is Earthshock. Earthshock on ecstasy. No, don't do that. That's very bad for you. It's awesome. Okay? It's awesome. Don't do that. It's very, very, very bad. Okay? Let's get back to the chat. What's Kinder eating a Kinder egg? Well, that's actually a good idea. Oh, I'm caught up. Problem being is here. Did I miss anybody? I think I'm caught up. If I'm caught up, Rabbi's a bad guy. That is true, Lonnie. The Rabbi is naughty. I don't know, that was pretty good. Fine. Let me get. So yeah, man, that what a run of stories, especially on drugs. Bring back the Mara. Why wasn't Colony Soft the Mara? Right, that would have been a lot better, but they didn't do that. Right? Why did they? Why did they not do that? So let's have a look back over here. No, not that one. Oh, we're over there. Yeah, doink. We'll go back to Biggie finish. So anyway, yeah. So his performance, he does it a little bit too much. He has some Billy fluffs in there, which are really good, right? They really work organically, right? But his performance captures a lot more of the a lot more the naughtiness and the gruffness of him, but the whimsy, right? But he's got the metal as well, right? But he likes to piss around. So this story, The Outlaws, is essentially sequel to the meddling monk with Rufus Hound, and that wasn't a spoiler. I saw it's like in the video, it's in the notes of the episode. Right, and I remember reading them and went, I think I probably would have preferred this with the Peter Butterworth one. They should have recast the Peter Butterworth monk, right? Well, and it's very clearly taking the piss out of Robin Hood, and then Elizabeth Miles at the afterwards says, "Oh, you would never guess I'm based this on Robin Hood." It's very obviously Robin Hood, right? It's very obviously Robin Hood. But yeah, the performance I found excellent. Hey, let's watch the video about it. 1 second. Do share screen. Oh, wrong one. Oh, bollocks! I gotta go back to that now. You allow. Video file. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I've got a lot of videos to watch. So I ate up watched the first 2 episodes of Kinder. Freaking awesome. That was really awesome. What are we looking for? There we go. We're looking. Oh, we got, man, I forgot we got that to look at as well. Got that to watch. What was I pulling up? Oh, right. Here we go. So essentially, the reason they came with a new Doctor because they needed an issue 1. So yeah. They needed an issue 1. They wanted a hard reboot, right? And that's what they're doing with the second Doctor one as well. I have to tell you, the reboot of the first, on the strength of this, the reboot of the first and the second Rangers and the third Doctor Rangers have all been excellent. Excellent. I'm really impressed with everything they've done. It's been a real return to standard. You're buzzing like a fridge, to borrow a Radiohead lyric. Listen, mate. That what I did watching Kinder is my own business, darling. I don't know what to do. Listen, if you can walk me through telling me what to do on a Mac, I will do it. Okay, I will do it. Who's that? Somebody calling me? No, I'm not. All right, fine. There we go. Let's play this. Oh yeah, so basically, they want a reboot.
That's what you said? No. But it isn't all over. It's far from being all over.
Hello. My name.
That wasn't the best line to do. You look like you're drunk, mate. Okay, that was not the best line to do. And why just cosplay? Somebody dress him up like bloody Hartnell. What's wrong with you? Sell it to us, baby. Sell it to us. He can pass a Hartnell. He doesn't look any more off than Bradley or Hundell, does he? Bloody hell. And again, it's a really interesting performance.
I'm Stephen Noonan, and I'll be playing the First Doctor.
Great. A couple more for luck.
It's like that bit in Adventures in Space.
Okay, so here we see a really great asset of the production. Of course, it's Lauren Cornelius playing Dodo. So she's such a great actress that I wouldn't have guessed in a million years she was this insanely hot. Like in real life. Like, really? Wow. She doesn't sound like that at all, right? She does not sound like her. Start by keeping your electrics away from your computer. You have a phone or around two. Oh, I do. They're all closed. What do like here? Yeah. Maybe if I move. That's way. Yeah, it's like right next to it. Like I just redid my office. Lisa toned it down. It goes from gently barking to angry, like a spit personality, across being cat weasel and a shouting John Major. That's actually a reasonably good explanation. That's really good. And he's got this weird northern lilt, right? But I'm keeping imagining Lauren Cornelius, and I'm going to buy more. So may I suggest for the next one, right? The next photo shoot, it's in some kind of spa. You have to, have the episode set in some kind of like, space spa. You should all strip down to like, bare minimum, like skimpy bikinis, because that I mean, obviously the women, not the men. You cosplay as Hartnell, and then photo shoot that. That'd be awesome. That'd be fantastic. Don't you really need the story at that point? I'll just pay for it. Okay, I'll just pay for it. Okay, here we go.
Time.
Yeah.
New first off. Matthew Barucci is very hot. She is very hot.
I was old enough to have seen the Three Doctors at the first time round.
Dude, that's not very old. Okay, I mean, like, for me, it's about my age, mate.
Very small, I hasten to add. And there were clips from old stories on Blue Peter, that scene from the Daleks.
Man, he looks very actory. The way he's walking there with water, doesn't he? He looks very lovely. So, do you think his recasting has anything to do? I don't know what professional rates are of actors. It seems that David Bradley would be more expensive because he's more famous, right? If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I recognize David Bradley. I haven't seen you before. I recognize your name, right? But I didn't recognize you for acting. Rabbi, is your wife still mad? No, thank God. In fact, they're all just like they're all buzzing through. Like, thank God she's actually helping with Passover right now, and everything. We might get through it, right? Might get through it, and that's not even when we're up. We're going for season line. Oh, Passover! Problem being, I wish you were in Israel. If you're in Israel, come to Israel next year on vacation. You can come to me for Passover, right? It's crazy. With a couple of young laddies staying with us this Passover. One of I think their first religious one. It's really I like doing Seder night. Like Seder night is a big deal. I'll tell you about that after. He'll make an interesting pass. He actually would. I agree with you. But I like the fly. I like that it wasn't considered for. Anyway, I just assume he's a little bit cheaper, right? Than David Bradley. I assume. I might be completely wrong. And there's only 2 in the team, right? The other TARDIS team had 4. This is 2. It's got to be cheaper. Well, they're paying Long Cornelius isn't enough. Do the spa adventure, right?
Master plan, and endlessly repeated the scene with the Three Doctors from the Three Doctors. So I was very familiar with his voice. Then it's another thing, being familiar with the voice, and then trying to not just do an impression. Because it's when you do an impression of somebody, there's an element of parody, of satire involved. But with something like this, you want to make it sound as close as possible.
A decision was made to recast the first Doctor to coincide with the end of the...
This is a very well-produced little bit, isn't it? I have to tell you, I'm quite impressed over here. Looks like they actually did this... Well, I guess they're in media, right? They should be able to do this.
monthly range. Every Doctor is getting their own distinct range of box sets now, and it was thought that it was time to, perhaps refresh the First Doctor range.
Well, we'll certainly continue to do adventures with David Bradley as the First Doctor. His strength is that he brings something completely new to it, whereas I rather fancied the idea of getting a First Doctor who sounded much more like William Hartnell. We're always looking for ideas that will...
Does he, though? Does he sound more like William Hartnell? I guess he does. I have to, it sounds more like an impression that's probably big. Yeah, they're saying, yeah, it's a good point there.
Capture people's interest.
It's a new start of a new era because we have Dodo as well, which Big Finish hasn't really gone into that era in a big way. Bringing Lauren in as Dodo, along with Stephen as the First Doctor.
Okay, what? More Lauren? What? When? Come, go back there.
Really gone into
Wait.
era
I'll
in a big
pause
way.
it.
Bringing Lauren in as...
Okay, she's even got a hot smile. My God, she's so hot. Okay, what do you want me to tell you? It's not, darling. I'm not being rude. I'm just saying you're extremely attractive. You are classically beautiful.
Dodo, along with Stephen as the First Doctor, it gives us a chance to effectively tell new stories in a gap that hasn't really been explored.
The casting of the new First Doctor is an interesting story. We had a number of people who we listened to auditions from, but one of the people we auditioned said, look, I really want this job and I will do the audition, but I think it would be remiss of me not to mention my mate Stephen Noonan.
Okay, he's talking about Mark Elstock. Right, totally talking about Mark Elstock, 100%. Is that Chibnall's brother? No. No, Nick Briggs is talented. He's got a solid writing resume. Oh man, Nick Briggs. If you haven't heard the Human Frontier, it's freaking excellent. I love that. Right. So Mark Elstock's First Doctor, that'll be an interesting thing. But he's more prisoner. I like his number 6, right? I think this is the right call, right? I really do.
They said, who does a cracking First Doctor? I said, I think you better give me his details.
Stephen is incredible. This is our first day in studio with him, but Stephen and myself have had a lot of
You see, I have trouble believing any of this now, ever since Chibnall said, this is on tomorrow's video. Oh my God, you've got to watch this. It's interview in Radio Times. Chibnall described Whittaker as one of the greatest actors of her generation. Right? I was like, that's taken the meaning of that completely away. Like, that's taken the idea of praise away. I am no way, it all sounds like bullshit now. Like, if she's one of the greatest actors of the generation, then no, I don't believe anybody about anything.
Conversations, talking about his thoughts on Doctor Who in general, and then specifically William Hartnell, who he has studied in extreme detail, his life and his performances as well, and not just his Doctor Who performance.
Yeah, listen, I agree with the problem being it's very jarring to get used to, and it's like you hear him getting used to it. I think he's going to be much better by the second or third one. Right, so really, the issue with this now is it really stands or falls on the scripts. Like, if the stories are worth telling, right? And I really didn't think the story was going to be good because I had a negative impression of Elizabeth Miles. Because again, she came in at a weak intake of writers, it's a really solid story, right? It's not woke in any way. It tells a story that really reflects the era. I liked it a lot. I mean, and I'm excited to listen to the two-parter as well, which sounds like a weird, spooky, dooky sci-fi one.
Nick sent me the extracts from the 60s stories. I put them down on tape, and then I got an email back the next day saying, can you do a Zoom chat on Monday? And now here we are.
It's been my first day working with Stephen, and it has been...
Okay, let's just hold that picture for a second. She's gorgeous. I'm sorry. She is freaking gorgeous. Okay, more Lauren Cornelius, right? Absolutely. More Lauren Cornelius. Great outfit. Loving the leopard print. Loving leopard print. Would be much better in bikini. That's just my opinion. You know, whatever you decide. Whatever you decide.
An absolute joy. He is so funny and so good at what he does. It's just been so brilliant to be working with him, going on adventures with him, and just building that rapport. So we're enjoying sort of getting to know each other, building that relationship, both as actors and as Dodo and the Doctor.
And of course, these are the
dude. Who said they need to pay him more? You need some buttons for his shirt. Yeah, what's going on there, Steve? Do yourself up. Rather than out of vocal poetry. Wait. What was that? Let's see. Darren M said something. Mark the Vicar, greatest action generation. Bit on that day at any minute. Darren M would have made a good Vogan. Hogan love, sorry. Bring back Lauren. I'm sorry. I stopped at the wrong moment. I got excited. Okay.
Dodo stories, a sadly underserved character in the original series. That's extraordinary way she was written out in the War Machine.
Okay, now I'm just focusing on his chest. Do your shirt up. What the hell? God, somebody smarten him up. What's wrong with you? How did your mother let you out like that?
Where the Doctor's waiting for her outside the TARDIS, and Ben and Polly come along, and she's just decided not to come back. So there's those two extraordinary stories, both written by Ian Stewart Black. So the Savages and the War Machines, and between those two stories, when Hartnell and Dodo come out of the TARDIS at the beginning of the War Machines, we don't know what's happened to them since they say goodbye to Peter.
Okay. The worst thing they could do is recreate season 13 literally well. And they're hitting some interesting thing. He pissed the button. I'm focusing on his shoulder pads. He looks very Richard III. He done it. Yes. Well, he's very Shakespearean. Total London character. Stephen, stop it. Now, if Lauren had a shirt like that, I agree. We all agree, right? We all agree. Why are we always pulls on Stephen? Why can we be pulls on Lauren? Adam Warlock is here.
Purvis. So there could be, a legion of adventures, and that's where this is.
I remember getting a phone call. It was a phone call from my agent saying that I'd been offered to play the part of Dodo, and because she was such an iconic companion back in day, I just thought this was absolutely incredible. Growing up, Doctor Who was a huge part of my childhood because my dad.
Yeah, okay. We're pausing on her for a second because why wouldn't we? Why would it? She's stunning. Okay, how is she so hot? It's incredible. She should be Russell. Okay, she should be the companion. Okay, give her a call. She's right. That works. Okay, that works. If I may say so.
Dad was a massive fan. So I've seen lots of the original episodes, and I love it now. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I love what they've done with it recently in the most recent episodes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing who the new Doctor is going to be.
Okay, Laura. Okay, thank God you're hot. Okay, I didn't hear a word you just said. Thank God. I heard something about the recent episodes. Sounds about as smart as a donut. It's lovely. I'm glad. Just shh. Daddy, who cares? Say whatever you want. Fortunately, I can't say whatever I want, right? I can't say whatever I want because I don't look as good as you. You are mesmerizing. I'm terribly sorry.
The people doing the earlier.
Okay, look, Nick. No offense, but Laura Cornelia. You're scaring everybody now. I mean, really.
Adventures.
I mean, who would have guessed you play Frankenstein? Actually, his Frankenstein release is awesome. I really like his Frankenstein. Here we go.
And Mark Wright and I sort of colluded in getting someone because we knew she'd be doing the early adventures first. So we thought, who would be really good? And so, Lauren got the advantage of having a go at playing her character before she came to the first Doctor adventure.
And yes, we would all like to have a go at Lauren.
So I got a Dodo, a wonderful experience to be working with Lauren Cornelius, who's playing Dodo brilliantly. There are problems with the Dodo character's accent, which sort of changes.
Okay, Lauren, you need to sew some buttons off that poor man's shirt. You say he's your friend. What's up with you? Right? She looks like she's loads of fun at the pub. Yes, she does, doesn't she? We should, yes. Okay, Stephen, you want to come on, please? Bring Lauren with you. I'll buy you all a pint, okay? That would be fun.
Is in the stories, and Lauren's doing this absolutely superb northern accents, which is just so natural.
I was very.
Oh, Stephen's here. Hardest work bit of the job. But Stephen, we're loving this. Okay, we're loving this. I've said nice things so far. Thank God. Thank God. Oh God, that's also a real stress relief that I liked it. Right. I haven't heard the second story yet. The first story is a really good recreation of the era. I was very unsure because I was very unsure about Elizabeth Miles. Really delivered. I kind of would have rather they recast Peter Buttersworth. Is that his name, right? As did the original Monk against him. I love Rufus Hound as a monk, but I would like the era monk with him, as it was really very much a sequel. Well, what did Jacuzzi not a Paul? His stars will be a Playboy Mansion with. Oh, who's that? That's what. Are we back to Matt Berry as a doctor? Matt Berry as a doctor's awesome. Oh, no, we want the sound.
That these were going to be very traditional First Doctor stories. So we have, although we're across 3 discs, we're telling a 4-part story and a 2-part story. We are sticking to that 25-minute format. I think that's the way to do this, to balance that out and find new stories that will take us forward.
What's it? Problem being saying less shouty. I look, where you go? Come back. He's saying less shouty. I kind of like the shouty. I like the bits where you're able to like show the metal, and Hartnell did swing, right? I don't know though. I do. It's a bit jarring. Here's the thing: I found it jarring getting used to a new First Doctor, getting used to your take on it. I hope you've been watching the whole thing. We've been taking the piss a lot. Somebody, we will start a GoFundMe for a shirt for you. You need some buttons. We're trying to get Lauren Cornelius to sew some buttons on for you,
while maintaining the feel of the past, really.
And there'll be.
There you go, Stephen. What happened? Then, like, where's the buttons gone? Like, they don't pay you enough for a shirt.
Plenty more to come, and I hope very much that Big Finish listeners enjoy this and whatever's to come as much as I have so far.
Yeah, listen, my advice is if you like the era, this is worth a punt, right? I haven't heard the second story yet, and I'm actually excited about the second story. But this is totally worth my only suggestion is there's the next one. To soak up some of the atmosphere, you need to set up some kind of spa planet where it would be very rude for you not to wear skimpy bathing suits. Not the men, I'm just the women, obviously. So, and that's where you should do the photo shoot. We're very up for that, right? Everybody is very up for that. I like the story. We all like Lauren Cornelius. Yeah, listen, I kind of agree with you. I'm looking forward to seeing where I'm sorry, what am I agreeing with? But I'm looking forward to seeing where it's growing. Neither I can't. Yes, I think. Whoa! I just think the performance. Oh man, I'm not actually just like that. I just think. I think that's something that's going to be a workout with time. Really, the question right now is: there's such a massive. The market is really flooded, right? Of new Doctor Who, the market is really, really flooded. You need a reason to go there now. I broke it again. Lonnie says, bring Stephen on. Stephen, I am ecstatic to have you whenever you want. Absolutely, please. But yeah, no, it's what was I up to? I said the Spa Planet. I can't remember now. Yeah, listen, I'm excited to see where this goes. Well, definitely worth a punt. I would say worth a punt. Next master, give Russell Davis a call. It's time for an older master. Master always has to be a reflection of the Doctor in some way or another. Like, Delgado works so well because he was a Bond villain to Pertwee Bond, right? And I think kind of a dark reflection of kind of happened accidentally with Pertwee, right? He had certainly with that was the point of John Sims Master, and Missy obviously was a very similar, also a mirror image of Capaldi. So I like Missy. I think it's good. Get Terry Cooper to play Delgado. I don't know. I thought he was going to say Tom Cooper. So here, this is the next thing I want to show you. This is really cool. So I found this online. We all love the Star Trek TV show, right? The Star Trek animated show. Check this out. This is absolutely wonderful.
Direct hit, Deck 9.
Damage report.
Structural latching system integrity breached.
Prepare to take us out of here, number 1. Fire up the engines, half impulse.
This is perfect, right? And you can obviously do this on today's technology very easily. I mean, you've got to be able to draw it, but this is perfect, right? I mean, we could do whole episodes like this. This is wonderful.
Till we clear the nebula and punch it up to warp 9.
Ready phasers, load forward torpedo bays.
Ooh, okay. If you want to do Delgado, then just do it on your. You have a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel, just anybody will write anything for you. Okay, we have a fantastic writer. Well, there's also me, but we have a fantastic writer, Dr. Alex, in the chat. If you want a Delgado story, he will write you a Delgado story, right? Oh my God, that would be awesome beyond awesome, right? We would all love that. Steve, listen. You want to do a Delgado on here? We would love to hear it. Oh my God. Listen. Absolutely.
Engage.
That's wonderful.
Warp tractor beam is attempting to lock on.
Fire at will. Continue rotating shield frequency.
Shields failing.
I love the combination of Filmation music and Next Gen effects.
Tractor beam has locked on.
This was so much better in the episode. Is this one where
They've already adapted to the frequencies.
Yeah, it is. Right, they get Picard. Didn't this freak you out when this went down? Like, what the hell? Alright, awesome beyond awesome.
The Borg ship is disengaging, leaving at warp speed.
Enough with the buttons already. Alright, okay. This made the point. Yeah, what else? I got a bunch of this stuff. Let's see. Next one. What's the next one? Oh, yes. We have to talk about this. This looks fantastic. Oh, also this one's Big Finish as well. Man, there's a lot to talk about tonight.
Me to introduce myself.
Yeah, so this is just being re-released in 4K. Yes. Having seen Star Trek Motion Picture in 4K, I want to Laura's buttons. Leave it, okay. Leave the buttons alone. Now I've seen Star Trek Motion Picture in 4K. I would love to see this in 4K. Oh my gosh. The colors, these are so bright. This will be wonderful. I'll show you the packaging for this. It looks fantastic.
And this is my time and space machine. TARDIS. Off we go. It is capable of taking us to any age,
Now, why don't Big Finish do a Cushing Doctor? Right? I mean, they're always looking for new things to do. Like a Cushing Doctor, that'll be awesome. Do it for Christmas, right? Oh, that'll be do a Christmas Cushing Doctor. Yeah, I was talking about the next motion picture 4K. Fantastic.
Any planet in any universe. Rather exciting, isn't it?
The only ever Doctor Who movie. Well, there wasn't any other Doctor Who movies. Matt Potter's here. Good day. Yep.
Daleks. You will be exterminated.
Now, would you want them to fix the light sync on their on this version or not? Because I never liked that. I would like an option to, right? I would like an option to.
They are protected, and they have weapons which can destroy.
What are we going to do?
Now, again, kids, don't do drugs. But if you do, watch this movie. Oh, what was it? What did I say? There you go. That's pretty darn gay. You want to say Doctor Who wasn't always LGBT? No, don't look at that. How much gayer could you get? Oh, what else though? What did I watch the other day? It was a Pertwee story. Was it Terror of the Autons? Yeah, okay. Terror of the Autons. Captain Mike Yates. What's his name? Who played Mike Yates? Super gay. I didn't realize how gay. He runs gay. Like, he minces. He's super, super, super gay. Right, who plays him again? I'm looking at the episode guide. Just look at what the episode's in. I literally, this guy's like embarrassingly mincing. Right? He really is. What's his name? Not John Levine's a really Richard Franklin. Man, he was very gay in that episode. Very, very Julian Clary. Julian Clary should be in the remake.
I fight them.
Awesome. Now, I prefer Dalek Invasion of Earth, personally. You're having a celluloid film, Mark Gaddis, you are correct. Oh, look at that. Look at that on a huge screen. Oh, I want it. Oh, that looks really nice.
Nothing can stop us now.
Yeah, okay, we're getting that. That's happening. That's happening. So here, let's look at the packaging for that. Yeah, shut up and take my money. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if you weren't sold, wait till you see the packaging. Oh my god! Like, honestly, they should send me a copy for like the shilling I'm doing for them right now. And this is so natural because I believe in the stuff, right? Because I actually, yes, I think everyone's life would be better with this. I do. My life would be better, your life. Look at this. Oh, what a package, right? I tell you, nobody said that to me. I love the box art. I love the poster, right? You've got the original poster. You have this booklet. You have, it's on 2 discs, and then same thing for Dalek Invasion. Isn't this wonderful? I so want this, right? I so want this. This is absolutely gorgeous, right? Here's the steelbook case. Again, lovely, absolutely. Is Lee Sullivan, you think, doing them? I don't know. Yeah, I really want these, right? Okay, let's have a look. See how much they're charging for these, because we have to investigate, right? You know, you the public want to know. I'm one of the public. There's a great bit in Dr. Zhivago, right, where they go where the grandfather finds their winter house that's all locked up, and they're like, I want the people too, right? Here we go over here. So let's go to Amazon.co.uk. No sign of season 22 yet, right? No sign of it, of the date for that. Let's see if it comes up on this one. Do we have a release date? Let's have a look. No, still no release. I don't think they even got the test list yet. Dalek Invasion of Earth. Yeah, so how much? Whoa, $50 just for the one story. Wow. Okay, do I get the so what comes in with this? Man. So I'm saying £100 for both of these. Wow, that's expensive. That's really expensive. But what do you get? What's inside the discs? Come, let me see. What's it? We gotta know. Fine, we'll go to Blu-ray.com. Blu-ray.com. Daleks Invasion of Earth. There we go. Well, no, that's not the one I want. Daleks Invasion of Earth. Ooh. This says ain't full upstairs. There's nothing of Earth 4K. Maybe it needs a Doctor Who. Doctor Who Daleks Invasion of Earth 4K. Okay. I've seen this on here before. Oh, I know. One second. I got the link. I actually did some work, I actually worked and put together the stream. Who would have thought? It's there we go. Look at this. The news. Okay, so here's what you get. So do you get this in the standard edition? Because I think I can give this is £60 for both of them in the standard edition. So you get new 4K restoration of film, Dolby Vision HDR presentation of film. So what does that mean? I don't understand. Well, what? Can someone explain to me the difference? What's the difference between the two? Somebody explain it to me. What? No, confused now. Okay, so we'll go back to the previous page, and then we're going to find. We'll Google. What is this? What is Dolby Vision HDR presentation? Dolby Vision is a set of technologies developed by Dolby now that hide HDR. HDR is horrible. Do you need a okay? Everything you know. Okay, let's find out. I'm intrigued. Everything we need to know. I need to know a lot. I need to know everything. Dolby played well developed HDR for both commercial cinema and theater applications. And from home entertainment perspective, the company's most important contribution to this day for HDR has been known as Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision is potentially improved customers' experience, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what is this? It was originally widely seen Dolby Vision. Ultra HD Blu-ray players needed dedicated. However, it's now also add Dolby Vision via firmware update to powerful. Okay, what? I don't have anything to play it. So that's my problem with this. Like, are they selling it in download? They're selling it in download. We might have something to talk about, right? If they're selling it in 4K download, I will buy it. But anyway, so you get the Dalek Legacy Destination Skaro. What the hell's that? That sounds good. That's nice. Here, what's it? If I go over here, so they should have a tab for extras. What is Dalek Legacy Destination Skaro? I want to see Dalek Legacy Destination Skaro. That sounds something that I like, right? You want to see Dalek Legacy Destination Skaro? We all want to see Dalek Legacy Destination Skaro. Review. Nobody has any idea. Nobody knows what that is. Okay, fine. We're going to do a search. We'll do a search. Let's see if anybody knows. Okay, here, this might know. The Who site. They got a very good merchandise. If they've listed it, this site will know. But if they haven't, they won't. Hey, what else do I have to talk about? We should talk about Tasmania. We certainly got to talk about this. This is important. Oh, come on, man. It's not opening up. Yeah, well, I'll wait for that to open up. Let's see if this opens up. Oh, here we go. There we go. This is so that fine. We'll look at this story while we're waiting. Karen Gillan, still awesome. Still awesome. Yes. Karen Gillan, still awesome. She's what's she doing? Looking fantastic. Karen Gillan, Doctor Who star, leads celebration as New York Tartan Week. Listen, I'm just happy to see Karen Gillan. All of her looking like Karen Gillan. How old is she now? Right, it's been a good number of years since Doctor Who, isn't it? I mean, she's got to be in her mid-30s by now. Let's say she was. The buzz are getting louder and louder. I have no idea what it is. I really don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of hard drives next to me. What do you want? I mean, it's just where it is. This one over here. I don't know. Maybe move that. Oh, hopefully. Okay. At least it's not windy. It only gets louder when I'm not talking, which is exceedingly rare. Well, that is true. That is true. My family has commented on the same thing. So she's opening Tartan Week in New York, looking fantastic. Like, what a fantastic ambassador for Scotland, right? I'll be happy to have her as my ambassador. Man, she looks good. She never told me off. She tells me, okay, how old is she? Let's look up. Karen Gillan. 34. Looks very good for 34, may I say. I just like, she's looking very happy as well, very content, very good. Good for her. I mean, I'll read the story, but who gives a shit? This is the story. Don't need to read it. Just see a smiling face and a little Scotland flag. What you are. Listen, you and Long Cornelius, I think we should see you in a story together. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's see if it will tell us. Okay, Legacy of Skaro. It doesn't say what Legacy of Skaro is. Dalek Legacy Destiny Skaro, and let's see what's in this one. So this is Doctor Who and the Daleks. Collector's edition. These things look nice, don't they? That's opening it. This takes a while to open up. Do they have them in? Let's see how much that is. I don't know what server it's on, but it's really dragging. Let's go back to Karen Gillan, who looks fantastic. Okay. Do we have to read the Thasman stuff? I'm really kind of pissed off with all that stuff. I guess I promised it. I mean, I made a gratuitous thumbnail out of it. You know, I guess I promised it. Let's have a look. Let's see. And it opens up. Really? How depressing. Absolutely depressing. Doctor Writer says same-sex romance will be handled delicately. Oh, like they're going to open a gentle flower. It's going to be so delicate, gentle, and loving. I wonder if we're talking in metaphor. Listen, they're not getting it on this episode. It's going to be unrequited, right? That's what's happening. And then in the final episode, in my opinion, my guess, right? That's what I think is going to happen. Then in the final episode, they'll accept their feelings, but too late. Oh, they're kissing. Oh, she regenerates. Ecky thump. The Easter special co-writer Ella Road opens up what to expect from the Doctor and Yaz. Have you noticed all these people talk about imposter syndrome, right? Imposter syndrome. She talked about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is like when you know you shouldn't be where you are, right? It's when you know you're where you are, or you believe where you are because because you're a diversity hire, right? That's what imposter syndrome is, right? You have to follow through, Rabbi. I don't know what I said. Can we go back to David Bond? No, you haven't been good enough for that. I share skirts all around the world, says Gareth Morgan from Scotland. Holy shit, I was there for the surprise. Well, that is very true. Romance, what's romance? At least convincing romance I've ever not seen. What are we talking about? I don't know. It must be terminal. They've all got imposter syndrome, right? They've all got bloody imposter syndrome. In Doctor Who's New Year special, it was confirmed that long-time companion Yaz had feelings for the Doctor. It was confirmed when she was masturbating over a hologram, right? It was very, very clear. Here he was. He's like funny. Here, I'll play another video. This is a sort of adoration that Thasman gets. Here, you got to see. This is so funny. 1 second. Opening up, Wizzy Will, little Wizzy Will whizzing around. Wizzy Will. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to stand on this. Right? This is very, very. Doctor should be asexual, says a problem being. He's correct, and he's the only one who should be asexual. It's not. I'm not getting my interwebs isn't working well enough. Should we try again? It should be. Let's try again. That was really funny. This video. We'll try one more time. Get Wizzy Will whizzing around. If it doesn't go, we'll try something else. Reason why the Doctor was so successful as a character was because he wasn't the typical romantic. Exactly. And I don't mind him flirting with that with incredible skill, right? But I do mind them doing it with, ham-fisted buffoonery, right? Which is what they're doing. Okay, that's not playing. Let's see if I can get another file to play. Go over here. There we go. Who loves a bit of Amanda Girl? See if that one's going to play. Oh, my interwebs were acting up. Looks like it's acting up. Never mind. We'll go back to a bit of Thasman action. Oh, scissoring in the TARDIS. Yeah, it's not going to go. Share screen. We'll do that instead. Handle delicately. Oh, they're going to open that flower so delicately. Speak the love that dare not say its name. It don't need it. Funny, blah blah blah. With the pair's romantic tension set to develop in the upcoming Easter special, Legend of the Sea Devil. And now the new special of co-writer Ella Road has opened up about the process of writing a same-sex romantic storyline. Noting production team were keen to handle the relationship delicately. Yeah, I understand that's why they hired her, right? This is the reason why you got the job. Because you are like to sleep with women. That's really. I should have got the job. I also like to sleep with women, but now you're a girl, so you get one up on me. I mean, I guess once the conversation had been opened up, they needed to be continued. Road told Radio Times. Well, obviously, I think we were keen to make sure that we were handling all that stuff delicately. Oh yes, So honestly, you felt like one of those weirdo pervert teachers that say, "Oh, I was born with a vagina, but I'm really a boy." Let's talk about having a vagina and being a boy, or a penis and being a girl. Let's say, they're all weird. All those people are weird, right? Basically, something needs to be had. They had on what was happening in the episode, so we continued to have them. But yeah, that's all I could say. Oh, Road noticed that balancing the character-based storyline of the adventurous aliens and pirate and sci-fi plot of Legends of was a big challenge. Well, that's something that Doctor Who is very, very well equipped for, right? But once she relished alongside showrunner Chris Gilmore, who knows? She might be good at her job, right? She might indeed be good at her job. Is this thing opening up? It's really not. Dang it, never mind. We got lucky with the director of Even the Dalek. I mean, it's Even the Dalek. But maybe she's shit. Who knows? We'll find out in a couple of days. Join me while we rip the piss out of it. For me, again, it was like being able to engage it with human relationship conversations amid epicness and the fun of swashbuckling. She told it really wasn't. It really was a fun challenge. Well, I'm glad you had fun, darling. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But here, let me show you something else. One second, we'll go share screen again. We'll do doink. Yeah, let's go there. But we're not looking at that, even though it's fun and happy. No fun and happy for us. Right, we see something similar. In this video, which is coming out on Saturday, was the night before Jodie, when queer women are the bestest ever. Oh, Eki Thorpe, preview Doctor Who Redacted sounds awful, right? Eki Thorpe are being redacted from reality. Only stunning and brave queer women can help now. This person's very strange. Okay, this person's very, very strange. This is the Juno, whatever her name is, who wrote it. It sounds like garbage. But yeah, they say the same thing. Oh, we get to have stories about regular, everyday things that everybody does. No, regular, everyday things that everybody does is normally not, being a girl with a penis. That's not something regular that everybody does. Right? It's not saying... listen, it doesn't matter that most people aren't gay, right? It doesn't matter that most people aren't trans. It doesn't matter that you're not normal, which is what normal means. It's in this... Oh, there he goes. Now it's working. It doesn't matter that you're not normal, right? And it's okay. I'm not normal. No one's normal. Yes, that's not a bloke. That's clearly a woman, Matthew Pounder. Clearly a woman who has a stunning and brave female penis. Right? Clearly a woman. There's no way it could possibly not be. Oh, it looks like my internet started working. Let's see if I can share this video. This is really funny. Let's see how far. Let's see if it works. Let's see if the good Lord's going to spare us. As a gay, I don't need pandering to. Thanks. Thank you. Well, again, as a human being, we didn't think you did. It's still not working. Bollocks. It was working. All right, fine. We'll go back to Thasman. Share screen. Doink. Opening up. Thinking about it. It was meant to be sci-fi escapism, not a bloody soap opera. Say exactly. You got this. Oh, come on. Now it's saying it's not. Maybe I'll give it a minute. It might start working. Gary Long said it stopped being real Doctor Who in '89 when it ended. Something after that. Really, it's not. It's gonna make me reboot. Really? Come on, you can do it. Do I need to read? Fine. I'll put it on without me, right? It'll just be me. Remove. There you go. There you go. You got my pudding. For me, again, it's being able to be engaged in human relationship conversation a bit the epics. Well, no, this is not normal. Again, you don't understand who your audience is, right? Your audience is normal. Oh, now it says the stream's going down. Let's see. No, your audience is the British public, which is very tolerant, very accepting, but mostly heterosexual. Virtually all cis, right? Virtually everybody is comfortable in their skin, right? Everybody, right? It's it's fine. It's okay. But that's basically what everybody is, and that's who the majority of our characters should be. We don't mind seeing gay people. We don't mind seeing trans people. We don't mind any of this, right? We mind it being like the norm, that what everything is, right? That's what we mind, right? Like we mind it being the central focus. We want Doctor Who to be the central focus. We don't want your lesbian love to be a central focus. We don't want the we want to see Doctor Who. We want to see escapism. Right, we want to see escapism that inspires us, and it doesn't have to be so freaking on the nose that it's identical to what we're experiencing in life. Right, we want to see the allegory. Right, what happened to allegory? There is no allegory anymore. Right, and there's a need for it. There was art to it. Right, Happiness Patrol is a good story. Right, Happiness Patrol is a very good story. And it's very, very much about gay rights in the 80s, right? It's very, very, very clear, and it have great stories with great characters, right? I liked was it Helen A? I liked I liked all of them, right? It was a fun story, right? No allegory, just agony. That's true, right? Identity policy is setting back gay rights by 30 years. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes, 100%, 100%. That again. Here, let me see if this shares. If I can share the stop screen. Can I share my thumbs? Share screen. Where you go? That's the one. Is it sharing? It's thinking about it. It might work. Because I got a bunch of stuff coming up. Oh, there you go. So yeah, this is coming out on Saturday night. Twas the night before Jodie. When queer women the bestest ever. I go over her preview, her interview, and I keep saying all the way through it. You're reading it cold for the first time, right? I keep going. What does any of this got to do with Doctor Who? What does any of this have to do with Doctor Bloody Who? What does it got to do with? I don't know. They were like queer this. Oh, 3 queer women, 3 lesbian women, 3 trans lesbian. What has any of this got to do with Doctor Who? Nothing. And I think you got to start understanding that. What you do should in some way reflect what we're watching. Right? That's what it should do. And it doesn't need. I understand why everything needs to be a platform for your worldview. Like, not everything is a platform for Judaism. You might not have noticed, right? We're not that popular. Like, not everything is a platform for Zionism, which is something I believe in passionately. Like, why not? Why isn't Doctor Who like landing in Israel, going, "Oh, these awful Palestinians, we hate them all. They're terrible. They keep killing everybody." Why isn't Doctor Who with all the subtle stuff? Why not? Because a lot of you will be pissed off with it. So we understand. Don't do that. We don't need that. And the only reason you need it is if you don't believe it. Yeah. Why is it that the trans world so desperately needs to be seen? So desperately needs to be seen and accepted. It's not to lower the suicide rates, because we know it doesn't, right? Why they so desperately need to be seen and accepted? It's because they need you to believe that having a penis is female, because they don't really believe it, right? They're trying to convince themselves, right? That's the truth. And I think that's as good a reason as any, honestly. But I that's why I think they're screaming. Anybody who screams loud about something doesn't really believe it, right? I mean, look, I talk about God a lot, like my worldview a lot. I talk about my religion a lot. I don't need you to believe me. Right? It does. I'm actually excited by somebody not believing it. Yeah, problem being, proud Zionist. You are indeed. That's very true. You know, it's. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to believe what I believe. Right? I think you're a fine person without believing what I believe. Right? It doesn't matter. Right? It's fine. You know, we're all our own people. But the only reason anybody ever needs you to believe what they believe because they don't believe it, right? And they don't believe it. They have a dick. You know, they don't believe it. They see it every day. They live with it, right? You know, there's no way you can not have a penis and you know, and not be reminded, right? I'm sorry. It's not me being cruel to you. I'm not denying your reality. I think you're denying it to yourself. And you want me to confirm it to you, right? That's the only reason I can think of that. My opinion is so bloody important to you, right? I don't care what anybody else's opinion is, right? On what I believe. Anyway, so that's they talk about that. We're going to look at it on Saturday night. On Friday, oh god, I spent £4 on this Chibnall interview for you. It's wonderful. It's worth every penny. It's fantastic, mate. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Gotta watch this one, right? Gotta watch it. Uncle Landers here. How you doing? Yeah, this is really good. Chibnall, the Doctor Who show reflects on this disaster of here. Well, that went better than I thought. I mean, honestly, he has no idea how badly he went, right? There's £5 too much. You're absolutely right. It's his lack of care. Like you're treating it like it doesn't matter that you fucked up royally, right? It does matter. It matters a lot, right? It matters a lot on many levels, right? Trans are gay away. Somebody says it really is. They want, and that's the thing, you know. They want everyone just bloody believe them. So that's coming out. Also, we have this one. One of my greatest thumbs ever. One of my greatest thumbs ever, if I may say so. Hey kids, who wants to take a shower with friendly Uncle Joe? High society's creepy grooming problem. Yeah, look, this isn't a right-wing, left-wing thing, right? This is where, much like not liking Jews, this is where the right-wing and left-wing can get together. You know, it's really bizarre. They're all into stopping children, right? They're all into stopping children. I don't freaking get it, right? Hey, let's look cuties. I don't freaking understand it. They're all into stopping children. So I got to finish watching this. Okay. Let's see if this is working. Let's see if it'll share this video file. We'll find out. We'll find out because this just came out, and we should look. Well, they got a very nice trailer for it. Let's see if it plays. Let's see if this one works. So it all depends on how the interwebs are working, right? It's working to show pictures. Let's see if it's doing enough to play a video. Yep, Chibnall admits he fucked it up. Yes, he does. Like, oh yeah, no, Russell's not going to follow. No, I won't play it. It's a shame. Russell won't follow what I'm doing. No, he bloody won't, right? No, he bloody won't. Okay, I'll play the trailer for War Doctor after I've listened to it. Start it, motivated, freaking awesome. Awesome beyond awesome. Awesome beyond awesome. Just to remind you what I found today. Very disturbing things. Very disturbing things. I don't know why that's not the most disturbing. This one's the most disturbing. Or maybe this one. They're all very disturbing. That one's fun. And this one's awesome. That one's awesome. Very strange things. Very strange things. We found today. Join me Sunday. Live 8:30. For a full spoiler recap. Shiver me, if you thought, shiver me, I can't do it 1 second. If you thought, shiver me timbers, set sail for THASMANIA and epically low ratings. Now, here, let's look at the weather report in London. Okay. Let's see if we'll share the bloody screen. That's the other thing. Let's see if that will go. No, that was working. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Now it really does seem like the video might play. Let's give it one more try. I know this is wild optimism on my part. Wild optimism. Okay, I'm not sure if you're seeing anything, but yeah, this is the trailer for the War Doctor. It just came out. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm finishing. I'm too sucked into the first Doctor one, right? You were. And we're back to Lauren Cornelius. Okay.
I am not the man you know. Long ago, I ran away to explore, to interfere, to gaze at the wonder of eternity.
See, this is giving me a reason to buy it, right? I mean, I've already got it, but like they're doing something interesting. It's a story that interests me, right? So I'm up for it.
I was there to right wrongs, to keep you alive. All that has gone. Long ago, I made a choice, and I've lived with the consequences ever since. The loss of...
I like this TARDIS, by the way. This is really cool. This time war, I got to use this in the thumbnail when I review it.
Friends, the loss of world, the loss of the life I might have led. Someone has to pay. From every corner of the universe they've come. My oldest foes, my one true constant.
And it kind of makes sense they would choose a Sixth Doctor's face for this regeneration.
It's time that constant to end. I am not here to help. I am not here to rescue.
This is very impressive, this trailer, right? It's very, very impressive. It looks like a season 25 console room, but it's like an evil one, right?
I am here to exterminate. There will be a cost. There's always a cost. But if you can't take the consequences, then don't start the fight. I am not the Doctor. I am the warrior. And I will destroy them all.
I mean, obviously now they've got to do a crossover with Jonathan Carey, right? That'll be pretty awesome. But that looks cool. Let's go back to this. What are we looking at? Oh, right, we're looking at this. There's a typo in Thasmin. Darren M's telling me. Thank you very much. So look, Legend of the Sea Devils. Oh, you're right. Tasman. Tasman. Keep up, shiver me timber. Set down for Tasman and everything. Oh, right. Oh, that's I was looking at the bloody weather report. Let's see if I can find the weather. UK weekend weather. Let's have a look what it says. Oh yes. Temperature it goes up. It's well, it's at 10 in the morning. Let's have a look at. Can we do later in the day? How do I get to later in the day? Oh come on! Show me how to do this. So tools. Anytime. No. I want this for projected for Sunday. Why is this giving me 10 in the bloody morning? It's giving me a little clicky thing, but nothing's happening. I keep trying to click, but nothing's happening. I'm glad you're not watching this. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go to the metoffice.gov.uk. That should be wrong and boring. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, I don't want now. I want Sunday at 7. What's it doing? Oh, cloudy. Okay, what the hell? God, leave me alone. What the hell? The whole I accept it all. Bloody hell. Oh, so it's going to be cloudy. That's a bummer. What's the temperature? If it's cloudy but hot, we might be in luck still. What? Okay. What's the bloody temperature? Oh, British. Okay, no, what? Okay, no, what? Towns and city, roads. Okay, no, I want units of measurement, pressure, temperature, Celsius. Okay. So if the temperature is in Celsius, it's just not telling me it. How about if I zoom in? I'm clicking on something, and maybe that will tell me. No, it's just a little cloud. Everywhere's cloudy. It's saying it's cloudy. Everybody go out and play anyway. Okay? Go out and play anyway. So anyway, join me at 8:30. When you finish going out having a good time, join me at 8:30 as I rip the piss out of this piece of garbage. That's the plan. Fine. I think it's time to do search for the chametz. Do I have the app ready? Let's see if I got the app ready. Hang on. That's the wrong one. That's the one. Yeah, it's all ready to go. Ready to search the chametz. I'm ready to go. I got my app. Got my beer. Can I show it to you? Does it come up? No, it doesn't. Got my beer in the sideboard here. Ready to go. Got my app. So I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. Join me. Again, we've got a lot of content coming up. Join me on Sunday when I'm back live. And we're going to have a fun time. Okay, as I said, hit the end broadcast button. Hit it again. Wound and around it goes. Where it stopped, nobody knows. Where it stopped, who knows indeed. It's still going around. I think Dan's on later tonight as well. I will